Now, as we all know, 2025, as far as Air Jordans go, is massive. They're dropping so many must-cop sneakers. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of releases that we're getting next year. But in today's video, I narrowed it down to my top 10. The top 10 sneakers that I'm, I guess, most interested in picking up. Now, I know I'm probably going to cop more than 10. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to cop more than 10 releases next year. But in this video, this is the top 10 I'm most looking forward to. You guys have been doing an amazing job hitting that like button for me and sharing these videos out. We're like 300 and something away from 15,000 subscribers, and at 15K I'm running a special giveaway where I'm giving away any sneaker, any size, up to $500 in value. So I continue to need you guys' support to get there. I'm running this giveaway at 15K, so if you're brand new to the channel or you haven't yet already subscribed, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you've already been rocking out with your boy, the best way that you can support me is to hit that like button and share these videos out. As soon as we hit 15K, I'm gonna run that giveaway for you guys. Now, starting at the number 10 spot, we have the Air Jordan 12 Taxi. Now, we just recently got word that this was going to be dropping in 2025, and I almost didn't believe it because almost every single year we've been asking for this sneaker to come back, but every single year Jordan Brand gives us the Air Jordan 12 Royalty or you know, some other variation of the Taxi that's not quite the Taxi. But this time it looks like it's for real. Looks like we're actually going to be seeing the Taxi retro for the first time and seems like forever. So this is definitely going to be a must cop for me in 2025. Now, coming in the number 9 spot, we have the Air Jordan 4 Black Cat. Now, we just recently heard that this was going to be dropping in 2025, and I know it's, I guess, confirmed through all the legitimate sources like Sneakerhead and Sneaker Files and people like that. And, you know, when it comes to the Air Jordan 4 Black Cat, the resale prices on this sneaker have been crazy, like $1,000, you know, to get one in your collection and stuff like that. A lot of us slept on this sneaker when it originally released, but they're bringing it back for 2025. They're not taking like no chances in 2025. They're making sure that Jordan Brand is going to be back on top. There's going to be a lot of hype. There's going to be a lot of attention on the brand. Now, the Air Jordan 4 is my favorite silhouette, and at the time that this released, I just really didn't feel like I needed an all-black Air Jordan 4, but I mean, this has come around to be one of those like classic, iconic diamond in the roughs that a lot of people really didn't think, you know, much of this sneaker whenever it initially released. So, you know, if it's dropping in 2025, I'm all here for it. I want to take a minute to let you know that Poison is having some great back to school sales right now, and you can save up to $10 on your order by using my personal code JAMES. Now, Poison has items from well over 400 brands, and you can rest easy knowing that they have a very thorough verification process. And the prices? Poison's got deals that other apps just can't touch. You will get your dream sneakers in premium packaging delivered right to your door. I just picked up these Air Jordan 1 Lows in Varsity Red, and I also got this authentication card and buckle because Poison verifies every item before delivery. Now, these are an affordable sneaker. These are going to look great with a pair of shorts or in the fall with some pants or maybe even your favorite sports jersey. They look great on feet, they're very comfortable, and these will definitely be going in my weekly sneaker rotation. I think this pair of Air Jordan 1 Lows is quite suitable for a casual day or elevating an outfit. They're an absolute classic. They're never going to go out of style. Now, you guys can grab a pair of these on the Poison app right now, and don't forget to use my code JAMES to save up to $10, and you can get them for an amazing price. Now, go get yourself a new pair of sneakers today. Once again, thank you, Poison, for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to download the app and use discount code JAMES. Now, coming in the number 8 spot, we have the Air Jordan 12 Flu Game. Now, the Flu Games for me is a sneaker I've never had in my collection. I always wanted it, but something always kind of stopped me from paying that resale for it. And, you know, when it comes to the Flu Game, like the actual game that was played on the basketball court against the Utah Jazz, that's one of the most classic, iconic moments for Michael Jordan deep into the playoffs, trying to win a championship. And if you watch The Last Dance, it was actually confirmed that he actually had food poisoning, and it wasn't really the flu, but it'll always be the Flu Game, and this will always be the Flu Game 12s, and it's a must-cop for me in 2025. Now, in the number 7 spot, we have the Air Jordan 14 Ferrari. Now, the Ferrari, in my personal opinion, is one of, if not the best Air Jordan 14. I did have a pair of Ferraris not that long ago. I had them for years. I overpaid for them. I recently, over the past couple of years, did let them go. Unfortunately, I kind of regret that. So I'm really looking forward to them coming back out with the Air Jordan 14 Ferrari. The materials on them are pretty nice in my personal opinion. And like I said, I believe that this is one of, if not the best Air Jordan 14 colorway. You know, we have the Last Shot and a couple other really classic iconic ones like the Black Toe and stuff like that. But the Ferrari is special. So whenever these drop, hopefully the retail price isn't too high on them. And I hope that they make enough pairs of these, because this will be a sneaker that a lot of people, not including myself, will be going after as well. So 2025, must cop for the Ferrari 14. Now in the number 6 spot, this sneaker right here is interesting to me, and it could actually be moved off of the list if the materials don't add up to the way the previous version was, and that's the Air Jordan 1 Shattered Backboard. This is like a classic, iconic sneaker, one that has a lot of people really, I guess, salivating at the chance to pick one up, right? Because if you look at the previous release, a lot of those resale prices were crazy. I mean, every time I looked up my size, they were $1,100, $1,200, $1,500, and you know, it was just way out of my price range. Like, I would definitely not pay that much to get an Air Jordan 1, just like a regular Jordan 1 High in my collection. But you know, as far as I know, the leather that they put on that one is not available anymore. You know, a lot of people always refer to leather like the Shattered Backboard leather. This isn't as good as the Shattered Backboard leather. And as far as, like, it was explained to me over the years, that leather's not available anymore. They're not going to be able to, like, duplicate that. But if they put premium good leather on this, right, like, it's a classic sneaker, something that I definitely want in my collection. But if they give us garbage materials, I'm going to remove it from this list. But hopefully they give us that good leather, and this will be a must cop for me in 2025. Now in the number 5 spot, I have the A Moment Air Jordan 5 and what they're calling the diffused blue colorway. If it comes out looking anything like the mock-up that we're seeing on the screen right now, this is a 100% must cop for me. Might even need to double up on these, and I'm trying to stop doubling up on sneakers. This may be a slam dunk double up for your boy. Whenever A Moment dropped the Air Jordan 5s last year, and they had the 2 colorways, they had the black one and the quote-unquote white one, silver one, I got both of them. And the white one / silver one was my favorite, just because it was a little bit different. I felt like the colorway popped more, and it's very similar to what we're getting right here in 2025, according to this mock-up, right? Just a little bit different, in my opinion, a little bit better than the one that released in 2023. So, you know, a lot of times with A Moment, you know, it's a lot of the same burgundy and black, but those ones stood out to me. And this one that's dropping in 2025 stands out to me as well. And it's one of the sneakers that I'm most looking forward to coming out next year. Now in the number 4 spot, we have the Air Jordan 1 UNC Reimagined. Now the Air Jordan 1 UNC is one of those sneakers that a lot of sneakerheads always want in their collection. You know, a lot of people already went out over the years and paid that high ticket price to get it in their collection. And even though they're not actually dropping like the same version as last time, I like what they're, I guess, supposedly going to be doing with the whole reimagined thing. It's going to be aged. They're even using like the whole lost and found box, and it's going to have that same type of vibe. They're just switching out the colors a little bit. It's going to have that aged look. You know, everything that we loved about the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found is probably going to be found on this UNC Air Jordan 1. So I think this one could be a little bit of a problem, especially, you know, if you're like me and you're collecting all the reimagines, this is probably going to be a must cop for you as well. Now we're getting into the top 3, and in the number 3 spot, we have the Air Jordan 4 SB in the red colorway. Now they're actually dropping 2. There's a navy blue and there's this red colorway. And every year I tell myself, man, you don't need any more black and red, white and red sneakers. You have like a whole bunch, probably like 50 of them. You don't need any more. And then they always find a way to like reel me back in, right? And out of the 2 colorways, if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with the red one, because the red one, in my opinion, just stands out, just pops a little bit more. And if it has anything like, you know, the pine green materials that we saw in the last SB Air Jordan 4, man, these are going to go crazy. They're probably both going to go crazy, but this red one for me is the one that I would probably rather have, you know, instead of the blue one, although I'll probably try to cop both, just being honest, right? But for me, it's going to be this red one in the number 3 spot. Now in the number 2 spot, we have the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Bread, and this is supposed to drop during, you know, NBA All-Star Weekend around, like, what was that, Valentine's Day. So this one right here, man, this one right here, no matter how many breads you have, whether you have Air Jordan 1 High Bread Satins, you have the 2015 Air Jordan 1 Bread, or you have patent breads or something like that, man, to get one in a high 85, even though I'm not always the biggest fan of the 85 cut, on this sneaker, it really works, man. And I feel like this one is definitely going to be one of those sneakers that we're all going to be going after And I hope that they make a lot of pairs of these, right? Normally for All-Star Weekend, they do have more stock available, more pairs. You know, they do kind of go all out for All-Star Weekend and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that these ones are like more on the obtainable side, you know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't surprise me if, you know, these sold out really quick and, you know, some of us took L's and maybe possibly had to pay resale for a pair, you know what I mean? But for me, in the number 2 spot, the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Bread's a must cop. Now in the number 1 spot, I have the Air Jordan 4 White Cement. Now, as you guys know, the Air Jordan 4 is my favorite silhouette. The Air Jordan 4 White Cement could be, in my personal opinion, the best Air Jordan 4 colorway of all time. I'm glad they're bringing these back. The one caveat with this sneaker is the cages on the sides and where the laces are. Those always yellow on this sneaker really, really badly. Maybe, you know, with technology and things like that, maybe they won't yellow as quick in the future, but either way, I need at least 2 pairs of these, right? I just need them for my collection. I love this sneaker. It goes with everything. And, you know, whenever it comes to Air Jordan 4 colorways, man, there's not many that are better than the White Cement, right? There's some that are just as good, but I don't think there's any that are actually better than this one when it comes to OG colorways anyways. So, you know, for me, the Air Jordan 4 White Cement is the sneaker in my number 1 spot. But, you know, like I said, guys, there's a ton of sneakers dropping. Let me know what you're most looking forward to coming out in 2025. Give me a top 5, give me a top 10, or, you know, top 2, whatever you guys think you're most interested in copping next year, because there's a ton of releases, there's a ton of collabs, there's a ton of sneakers that I left off of this list. I could have made a top 20, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to really just narrow it down to like what's the most important to me. You know, there's Travis Scott's coming out, but like those are always hard to get. A lot of us will probably take L's on those anyway, so I kind of left those off the list. But there's a ton of stuff coming out next year. But these are the top 10 that as of right now, and I could make another video later on with a different list, but as of right now, everything that I'm seeing, these are my top 10 must cop sneakers for 2025. Guys, thank you so much for your time, your attention, and all the support you guys always show me, man. I love you guys. Make sure you guys run it up with that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next video real soon. I'm out. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.